So as you know, cold email isn't dead, but it's getting stupidly expensive per reply. So LinkedIn DMs, they are quietly taking over the B2B outbound space, and most people haven't caught up with this yet. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 6 comparisons side by side, cold email versus LinkedIn. And by the end of this video, you will understand why we chose to build Scalic, which is basically instantly, but for LinkedIn outreach at scale. So if you're new here to this channel, I'm Magdalena. I'm the co-founder of Replic, and Scalic, 3 different outreach tools to scale your business, and also our Skool community where we share automations for you to use in your business. So I'm here to help you automate your entire outreach process with strategies and approaches that actually work. If you're interested in that, make sure to follow this channel for more, and let's get started. Okay, so let's start off. Cold email goes LinkedIn 2026 and forward. So as mentioned, cold email isn't dead, it's just getting way more expensive. LinkedIn is quietly replacing it in the B2B space. Cold email reply rates keeps dropping and cost per real conversation is keep rising. LinkedIn DMs feels human and get answers. So now I'm going to walk you through 6 reasons why LinkedIn outperform cold emails. Let's start with the first one. So here we have reply rates, we have cold email versus LinkedIn, and here you see general stats, of course. So here we have the general stats from the users and agencies before they start to work with us. So here on cold emails, you get around 1 to 3% reply rate if you're lucky. And why the stats are so low is because it feels like a sequence and most people ignore it. Because if you think about it, cold emails is a random text sent from a random person. Of course, a lot of people don't want to open these kind of emails. But on LinkedIn, on the other hand, you get 10 to 20% reply rates because it feels human and it gets actual conversations. And why is this? When you send a LinkedIn DM, your prospects, they actually see your face, your title, and your profile. It's a social context, and the first touch base is going to easily get you 10 times more conversations. Because of these reasons, we're actually moving our cold email campaigns to LinkedIn, and also because it's way lower cost per conversion. So the winner here is clearly LinkedIn. And if you think that LinkedIn doesn't work anymore, I suggest you really try it. This is our main channel to promote all of our businesses. So basically what we do there is to share value and to connect with the prospects. And then through our YouTube channel and different resources, we get subscribers for our Skool community and also our different outreach tools. So the next one here is cost per conversion. So cold emails are almost for free. This is what people say, and it used to be true, but it's not true anymore because you have to pay for domains, you have to pay for warm-up tools, you pay for email verification credits, you pay for sending tools, and you also have someone in your team babysitting your deliverability each morning. And all of this easily adds up to $10 to $30 per real reply if you're really honest about the time that you put on it. But LinkedIn with Scalic, on the other hand, no domains to warm, no deliverability panic because we're using rotation and sensible caps to keep all of your accounts safe. And then we have direct outreach from real profiles, low single-digit dollar per conversation. So we reach out from real profiles, and pricing for each conversation drops hugely. And this part is the most surprising part here. We have cold emails. To hit volumes, you need to have 10 plus warmed up inboxes. You need to set up all of the DNS rotation, and there's a risk of burning your email accounts. And before, it was really hard to scale LinkedIn because with the LinkedIn limits right now, one profile can touch around 20 leads a day. It means 100 leads a week or 500 leads a month. But now with Scalic, you can add more profiles. So if you have 30 profiles, it means that you can reach out to 15,000 leads a month. And since the conversion is higher here, it's much lower price per conversion. So this is basically cold email at scale, but inside of LinkedIn. And this is why we built Scalic, to coordinate all of these different profiles inside of one machine so that we can keep prices low. So the next slide here is risk and safety. So cold emails is really fragile right now. So if you're working with cold email campaigns, you would know this. So you wake up one morning, your domain is dead, and all of your emails goes to spam, and you need to start over. So you're constantly fighting deliverability, you get flagged, domain reputation dies overnight, suddenly everything goes to spam and you're rebuilding from zero. But on LinkedIn, if you're using Scalic, each profile drips messages at safe pace. It's human timing and human tone. Worst case here is that one profile slows down and the rest keeps running. So if you you do one mistake on cold emails, you wipe out all of your sending, but on LinkedIn, it's much more controlled and isolated. And how it feels to the prospect. So this is the psychological part. So cold emails, it looks automated. People assume that you sent this message to 500 other people. This is a template, low trust by default, because as mentioned, it's a random text from a random person. But on LinkedIn, this person actually looked me up. It looks human and real because people see your profile, face, role, your headline, and they see that you have connections in common. It builds instant credibility and faster to yes, talk to me. So trust equals reply. And this is why you on LinkedIn easily get 10 to 20% reply rates, because they assume that you're a real person and not a script. And next one here is really important, operational overhead. So you have cold emails and LinkedIn with Scalic. So for cold emails, you are handling warm-up dashboards, domain rotation spreadsheets to know which one is ready to send. You have multiple inboxes to check, and you are firefighting again deliverability every single day. So you're basically paying SDRs just to keep your systems and your campaigns alive. But on LinkedIn, you connect multiple LinkedIn accounts. It's safe outreach. All replies flows into one shared unified inbox, and you just answer buyers. So here, instead of paying your SDRs to keep maintenance, you're paying them to actually reply to prospects that actually wants to talk to you. So stop managing infrastructure and start managing conversations instead. And instantly was 2021 to 2025. Scalic is from now and forward. LinkedIn is now the primary outbound channel. Scalic lets you run it like a machine. One prompt, you have multi-account LinkedIn outreach, safe daily pacing per profile, personalized openers, not spam blasts. It's going to be different messages adapted to each of your leads, unified inboxes for all your accounts. So if you haven't yet, I invite you to go to scalic.ai and try out the LinkedIn AI Outreach Agent for free. And here you have a demo if you want to see a video I made on that. And also if you have questions, we have a FAQ here that answer your questions, or just write to us in our chat and we will be answering you there. For the pricing, you have for 500 leads a month, $39. So you can reach out to 5,000 leads a month just for $199 without multiple tools. Inside of Scalic, you already have all the leads built in, the sending built in, the unified inbox, and all of the safety measures like rotation and sensible caps. So before, cold email was the secret weapon, but now it's just maintenance. LinkedIn, on the other hand, is now the secret weapon, but only if you can do it at scale. And this is what Scalic allows you to do. So here you can add as many accounts as you want, and this is basically instantly, but for LinkedIn outreach. I really hope to see you inside and that this video brought you value. If you did, please comment and like this video down below. I look forward to talk to you again in the next video. Have a good week. Bye.